Content warning. Viewer discretion is advised. Please find our content warning description in the description. I'm joined by Tim Lincoln.
Hey everybody, my name's Tim Lincoln and I play Optimus Crime, the Warforged artificer tech guru of the group. This week's fun fact, we're going to be talking about how Optimus interacts with the world through the sense of his smell. You might be thinking, smell, robots can't do that. There is a machine I've found which allows robots to smell. Bear with me. So this is used for bomb detection purposes. They take bees from a beehive and they put them in a fridge, so it puts them to sleep. They put the bee in a little tiny, like 3D printed case, tape them in there very gently, and then they introduce the smell of something and then give them the reward of sugar water. So it's a Pavlovian training to teach the bee to react to a smell. So once the bee passes their test by doing what they call a PER, which is a proboscis extension reaction, then they can use a camera to see which bees, which have been trained to which smells, are reacting. So somewhere inside of Optimus Crime, he's got tiny little bumblebees that can react to all the different smells he wants. And that's how he can smell and interact with the world.
Part of me was really hoping that you were going to be like, but Optimus doesn't have that, so no, he cannot smell.
He has that 100%. He has a tiny little hatch with like a bunch of bees sitting in their little bee cubicles, and they tell him which flavor of goop is the best.
But I thought we already canonically said that he can't smell.
Yeah, the bees are doing the smelling for him. Okay, or he just doesn't have that.
And they're just really bad at their job.
Up to the GM. Yeah, he cannot actually smell, but he has bees.
Sniff.
I find it. I don't know. It's up to you. I've honestly found it funnier in the past when you're like, sniff. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, there's a 50% chance that this has alcohol in it.
So while this machine does exist and police agencies and airports are able to use this technology to detect things like bombs, obviously Optimus Crime does not have a hive full of bees sitting in little bee cubicles living inside of him, although that would be cool.
That would be really cool. I still love that. Like, I remember it pretty much verbatim. There is a 50% chance this has alcohol because it's 50-50.
Yeah, because only 2 out of the 4 bees reacted.
Small hive.
I'm joined by Chase Dixon.
Hey everybody, I'm Chase Dixon. I am the voice of Antonio Moretti. And so I wanted to give an insight as to why Antonio's got such fucked up red pupils, right? It's because it's not a natural character trait of any drow he's ever seen, because they normally aren't red, right? There's a bunch of different options, but they're not like his. His are unique. Well, that's because when he first joined the family, he goes out on a job. He's supposed to just collect, rough up some people, threaten some people, stuff like that, whatever. It goes completely fucking sideways. Like, as bad as it could go. Gets his shit rocked. And what had happened was they busted all the blood vessels in his eyes. So, and the family at the time didn't have the medical personnel on standby that normally helps fix up people when things go sideways on jobs. So he just had all these fucked up blood vessels and this blood that escaped under his what's the outer layer? I don't fucking know. It doesn't matter. It's D&D. Who gives a shit? And so now his eyes are red because the blood that was in his eyes just sat there. And so there was a time, he doesn't know what they look like, but his eyes were not always red.
Yeah, so it's the sclera, the white part of the eyes that's turned red.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
The medic.
Yeah, right? Thanks, Doc.
Yeah, you were talking about the bony prominence behind the ear last episode, and I was like, no, it's all right.
The bony prominence. This man knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta be careful going into anything medical with you.
It's so what you got to do is when you write a script, you just you leave the word tech there, and then you send it off to the technical department to find the right words. You can send those over to me. You can just write med.
You guys just left Jeffrey's house, apartment, flat, depends on where you live, and you guys are heading back to Crime and Karg's apartment. House?
That's an
House.
apartment.
Oh,
Yeah, we live in
domicile.
a tenement. Remember, we're like on the second or third floor, up the rickety stairs.
You guys are on the first floor.
Yeah, it is first floor. There was a point of contention.
Yeah, that was
Two
a
stories.
big.
So we
I
can
believe
cut
it was
this
a
out earlier.
townhouse. I believe it's a
Originally,
2-story townhouse because I described it as the nicer part of town.
yeah, but you said we had to go up like a rickety flight of stairs, and then when Carter was holding the guy out the window, then I ad libbed in, and I was just being a dick. I was like, "Hey, he knows it's on the first floor, right?" And then I was wrong about that part, so I have to admit we were actually elevated.
Mm.
I will say though, someone getting their neck crushed by a window is way cooler than just falling to their death.
It was cool.
Yeah, inconsistencies.
Yeah, no,
Damn.
that's what you were talking about the other day. Someone's gonna call us out. They're gonna call us out in the very first episode.
Eh, Star Wars has wires exposed that didn't get edited out. It's okay.
So either way, we could do first, or maybe we got two stories. So we
Who
were on
knows?
the first floor, and then we also have a second floor. But anyways, we go
We've
back to
only
our
explored one
apartment.
room. Yep, back to your apartment to drop off the painting, and you wanted to make some things. What do you want to make?
Yeah, so I wanted to fix up that set of armor I got from our adventure in the warehouse by the trains. It was a improved mining armor. You said it was damaged. I want to spend a little bit of time since it's like 2 in the morning right now, fixing it up. And then as an artificer, I have, give me 1 second, integrated protection. So I don't have to don or doff my armor because it's part of me. But if I do, then it takes 1 hour and I have to be proficient in the armor. So I'm going to take the time right now to repair the improved mining armor and then an hour to remove my current armor and put on another hour to put on the improved mining armor. So, however
Okay.
many hours that takes us.
It won't take you an hour to repair it. It I would say like the parts that are damaged are mainly for isolating the person that's on the inside. So like when you go down into the neon mine, making sure you're not breathing straight neon,
Mm-hmm.
right? Like keeping that out of your suit. Um I I think all the protective bits are still there. It's just no longer uh, sealed. So, but that doesn't really matter for you anyways. So, 2 hours is going to bring us to just before the start of glow.
Awesome. So I'm going to finish up in the workshop, have this new improved mining armor on, and it's one of my artificer infusions, my
Mhm.
improved defense. And I'm going to turn to Antonio and I'm going to say, hey, well, have you been awake this whole time or have you been sleeping while I've been working?
I'm meditating, so I'm still conscious of
Okay.
what's going on around us.
I'm going to come out of my little workshop and be like, hey, Antonio, would you like to go watch the morning glow with me?
You know what? It's been a long time since I've seen that. Yeah, let's go.
All right. And we're going to head from our apartment, which was in Safe Harbor, up to the upper pass and find a nice little outlook there where we can look over the city and watch the morning glow. Maybe we'll stop and get some breakfast scoop along the way.
You guys are gonna just kind of get some breakfast scoop in a nice little baggie, and you're gonna head to the edge of Safe Harbor and start going up the stairs on the upper pass. And when you guys get to kind of the higher section of the upper pass, right before it goes to the very dangerous way out of the under, so you've heard. You guys are gonna find a nice like ledge to sit on, and where you can look out over the under. And right now it's still dark, but in, let's say, 3 minutes real time, the lights will start turning on. I can also cue you guys, but I'm gonna let you guys just talk, enjoy this moment of being together. Also, Antonio, you are technically outside of Safe Harbor.
I'm gonna have an epiphany. Like me and Crime can be rambling about total inconsequential nonsense, but I'm gonna miss. I'm like, oh son of a bitch! The thing, the envelope Jeffrey gave us. Oh shit! Are we? This is outside Safe Harbor, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Technicality's a technicality. I guess it works. And I'm gonna take out the envelope and I'm gonna open it up. Crime, we got a problem.
What does the letter say?
Jeffrey seems to think that they, whoever they are, can be watching through the glasses that they had implanted in the financiers of the families, and that he wants out of the family and he needs help.
Well, that would mean that they would have known that we went there.
Yeah. Yeah, it does. They seen our faces. And they know exactly what we're looking for. And he says he thinks, all right? It's not 100%. There's suspicions, but rumors are rumor. Not necessarily fact, but I think we have to assume that that is true.
Keep in mind the family's paranoid about technology.
If we can find a way to disconnect him from those goggles, then maybe we can help him escape. Ah.
Wait,
There it is. Hold on, look at that. The morning glow of the neon lights. This is one of my favorite sights in all of the under. I used to come up here all the time with my sister Jalen. I miss her. I need to go see her again. It's been a while.
When'd you last see her?
A couple years ago. I mean, I see her every now and then. We used to hang out. We used to just hang out a whole lot more when I was younger. But I just haven't been back to see my family in a while. I've been hanging out with Karg so much that I feel like time flies.
So nothing happened. You guys just naturally drifted apart.
She's working to become a clan's craftsman, just like our parents. So she's got her life ahead of her. She's turning 43 this year. Almost time for her to leave the nest. You know how dwarves are. She's getting
Wait,
up there.
this is something I've been wondering. See, you are obviously not a dwarf.
Correct.
But your family is all dwarves.
Yeah, absolutely.
From one adopted person to a potentially other. What's the story there?
Well, I wouldn't consider myself really adopted. More that I was built by my mom and dad to help them with building things. So, like, kind of as my name implies, um, I'm an optimized, programmable, technologically improved machine for universal solutions. So my dad built me to help him out in his shop, to help solve problems with engineering, fabricating, and crafting items. Um, yeah,
Your pops was a regular Geppetto, huh?
yeah, absolutely. He's where I learned everything, all of my uh, abilities to build, craft. Um, and my mom, she was better with the computer technology side of things. She taught me about not just myself, but about programming. And they also helped me to learn about interacting with people. I uh, I had a pet cat when I was growing up, and yeah, it was one of the first things that I was responsible for taking care of. I had to feed it, I had to water it, groom it, and yeah, the first month was kind of rough. I feel sorry for him now because as a robot, those are things that I didn't think about. All I have to do is I just go plug in and go to sleep. And so I thought, well, that cat's always sleeping. He must be fine. But then he would come up and start meowing and scratching, and I didn't realize what was wrong.
I bet right now you wish you could go back, huh? Worry about forget about all this ridiculous shit and just go back to simpler times, you know, where your biggest concern was taking care of a cat.
Yeah, absolutely.
He ever dull his claws trying to scratch at you, not understanding that it doesn't hurt you very much.
Yeah, he well, mostly he would come up and rub against my legs, and he would get hair all over me. I hated it. And then my parents explained to me that that's how the cats show that they like you, that they're claiming you as part of their family.
What's your cat's name?
Mephistopheles.
I I'm gonna keep it 100% honest here. Not the name I was expecting, but I like it. Very allegorical.
I don't think you know what that word means.
Don't be silly. I'm a very perverse individual.
No, but recently I did get a message from my mom. She sent me a message saying that she wants me and Karg to stop by for dinner. So maybe we'll go see her soon. Hopefully, Jalen and Kaylin are both there. It'd be nice to have a family dinner again.
Kalen, another sibling.
Yeah, he's my brother. Also a dwarf.
Are you all around the same age, or like did your parents make you as like your siblings were about to be born, so you'd all grow up together, or how'd it work? You the middle child?
So Jalen and Kaylin are twins. They're both 42. Um, they I have another sibling who's also robotic. His name is a Pioneer, but they made him first. But he's been broken down for a while. Every time me and Pops try and fix him up, he'll work for a little bit, but the technology that they used to build him was just so old. They don't make the parts anymore. Something goes wrong, a fuse blows, a servo gives out. So he'll work for a day or two and then he just shuts down. We have to shut him down so that he doesn't encounter any more damage than necessary. But I'm hoping that we can find the right parts to fix Pioneer back up. Imagine it's like having a brother. He's there, but he's not. He's just standing in the room, powered down.
I guess given the circumstances, could be worse. It's just because he'll still be there whenever you get the opportunity and the parts and the tech and all that stuff is made available. So I guess it could be worse. That would be cool. Two of you.
Glow is now completely on. Like all the lights are 100% on now.
Well, thanks for coming up here and having some goop with me. And Crime's going to wipe off the goop that didn't actually make it into his mouth because he doesn't have one, even though he's pretending to eat.
I'm gonna take my sack of goop and I'm gonna like take my dagger and cut a hole in the corner and just slurp it all down at once. Say, this is the best goop that I've had in a long time.
Same. Let's I think it's about time that we. What do we need to do? Do we want to try and go find the others, or do we want to?
Where is there are there coordinates for one of the other patients like really close to us?
Define close.
Uh Walking distance that wouldn't be absurd. Couple of miles. Or I guess not miles, but
Not really. I'd say the closest one, 10, 12, 14 blocks away.
oh, that reminds me. Shit. Crime. If Jeffrey wanted me to open the envelope outside of Safe Harbor,
Hmm.
maybe his glasses only work there.
Hmm. Yeah, we kind of got sidetracked on that. It did seem like it was kind of urgent. You think we can? Yeah, I think he might need our help sooner rather than later.
I was thinking the same thing, and maybe there's more he can tell me if we can get him out of Safe Harbor.
Yeah, let's try and head back to pick up Jeffrey. Um, I'm thinking maybe we kidnap him so it doesn't look like he's leaving on his own terms. Do something to disable the glasses, and then take him out of Safe Harbor. Maybe we can take him over to Gas Springs or Neon
I was
Park.
thinking Gas Springs works. That's where I was thinking as well. We kind of have to cross through the city center. I mean, you usually would be carrying. Actually, knowing Cog, you've probably carried him home at innumerous periods of the day, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I've I'm no stranger to carrying a drunk guy back to his apartment.
Then we should be all right if we just keep our heads down and we just beeline it, get straight out of out of Safe Harbor. It looks we could cut left to the northern side of Gas Springs and get out of there as soon as possible.
Yeah, we could take him over to Refiner's Village.
What? So what exactly is your guys' plan? Just get him out of that part of the city?
Uh, we're
And
gonna
yeah,
get him out. Yeah, we're gonna get him out of Safe Harbor and then cut northeast to Refiner Village.
we want to do something to either knock him out, drug him, kidnap him, do something that obscures the goggles. Maybe we'll even damage or destroy the goggles now that I know how to make a new one. And then we got to try and move him to another part of the city.
Hey,
We're running on the assumption that the goggles only work in that part of the city.
so I will, since you already looked into the glasses, I will go ahead and just let you know that they work anywhere.
Hmm.
It's not located to that part of the city.
I doubt that the glasses only work in Safe Harbor. And it seems like the family is pretty far reaching in their influence. So I think if we're gonna do something to help Jeffrey, we need to come up with a better plan to help him cut ties with the family and not just try and relocate him. Because what happens if they just send a hitman after him?
There's one thing I know from my time in the family is blackmail is really effective.
You think we should blackmail Jeffrey, or are you suggesting we blackmail the family, Marcellus?
Marcellus. So what I'm thinking, right, is Phelpsy's looking for Marcellus's nephew. Now we can leverage that. either bluff that we know the location of his nephew, or, and this is the long game, we wait until we get further confirmation and use that information as a bargaining chip to get Jeffrey out of the family.
Something my dad taught me as well is when you have a problem, the best way to solve a problem is not just to complain about it, but to provide a solution. And if we can find someone to replace the accountant, the family might be more willing to let him go, especially seeing as how he does know a lot already. They might want a fresh start, someone who doesn't know as much, but can still perform the job at hand.
You and your pops worked a long time on Pioneer, right?
Yeah, it was our side project when we weren't crafting for. I don't want to say crafting for the clan, but craft when we weren't working on projects for a family.
So, would it be safe to say that it would be easier for you to make a more rudimentary Warforged who only has one purpose?
Could I make something? Yeah, actually, I could make a small homunculus servant.
Yeah. So what if we develop a machine, right? Because we we as people are inherently uh, bound to fuck up, right? But if a computer's only one mission is to do finances, then honestly, as a it might be a hard sell because they don't really like technology. But if we can assure them that this machine will serve only the purpose of working out the family's finances, they would jump at that opportunity. They just need a little bit of convincing.
I don't want to give up my homunculus servant though.
No, I would absolutely let you make another Warforged kind of like make another robot. Is that something that you're interested in?
Yeah, we could do that. I gotta get some money. I only got 30 credits though.
I wasn't really thinking money. I was thinking we're gonna talk about the process of building a Warforged, and I'm joined by Carter Prophet.
Hi, I'm Carter Prophet. I play Mr. Somebody, and even though his memory isn't quite all there, he does have an inkling of it. One of the things that stuck around, probably the deepest, is that thinks he has a pretty solid thing for toes.
Yeah, he's interested in toes.
Yeah, and he's a little upset his arm got cut off, but it's the left one, and he still has his own toes, so it's all right.
That's good. That's good.
Just because I find that slightly disturbing, I'm gonna start rolling out this thing to where everyone's feet have been replaced with permanent shoes.
It's like the
Everyone's
spray-on
got-
stuff from Cloudy with a
Yeah.
Chance of Meatballs.
No, it's like the spray-on stuff from that one commercial where they make a boat float again.
Oh,
Flexi Seal.
yeah.
We're just gonna Flexi Seal everyone's toes together.
Karg's gonna keep his feet away from you.
I'm joined by Dean Balter.
Hey everybody, I'm Dean Balter, and I play Karg, the drunken high elf, who apparently only has 2 bottles left of very expensive wine that he left at his parents' house from before they went to the Under. So he's got a bottle of mead and a bottle of grape wine from before they even went to the Under that are just sitting at his parents' house collecting dust. I think at this point they're a couple 100 years old.
Only 2. That's got to be tragic.
Yeah, he started with a lot more than that, but
He kind of got towards the end and he was like, oh shit, I'm running kind of low here.
exactly. And now he's like, well, fuck, I guess I got to keep these for a special occasion.
It just hit me. What does mead taste like?
It is delicious.
That's great.
I mean, it's kind of like a white wine, depending on how I make my own. So if you ferment it longer and let it sit longer, it becomes more of a dry flavor. But it's kind of like white wine with a little like hint of honey.
You guys ready to begin?
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready to see how Karg goes down again, especially after Mr. Somebody just closes the fucking door and leaves.
Well, I was expecting you to be like right on my ass. I wasn't anticipating you going, "Oh, let's go hide in a box where these guys are gonna walk into."
And it's a good thing I've got disadvantage on stealth because because I've got heavy armor on.
So you hit the guy over the head. I believe we did roll to hit, and
Yes.
okay. And we are going to roll initiative. And
Fuck.
Well,
God, this is a great start, dude. Great start.
Probably would have been good to try like a persuasion or like a,
We'll get there.
It's all right. It's okay.
I'd like to state that I was like, oh, I'm not gonna run all the guards at the same at the same initiative because that just seems wrong.
They all rolled nat 20s.
They all rolled 5s.
Oh, thank God. Let me see what I get. Because the last one I rolled, it was like super cocked on on like a fucking, I don't know, decoration thing that I have in the middle. I got an 8.
It is a high rolling game here.
Still
on
be.
Ursa
Do I hear the bottle break on the gentleman?
Not really, but you hear Karg yelling.
Sick.
You motherfuckers, get the fuck away from me.
I would like to rip open the door again.
Yeah, still broken.
Okay, cool. Yep, so it just slams open and go in.
Roll initiative.
Ooh. 15.
Okay. That's gonna put you first. So they're about 20 feet away from you. They're kind of like a little bit of obstruction just because things are in the way. Remember, this area used to be like a kitchen, and now it's like storage. So there's like boxes on top of the counter and things like that. Three of the guards are back here. The fourth one with a hurt knee is still in the other room. What would you like to do?
Okay.
By the way,
I'm gonna run towards the one that's closest to Karg. And I'm gonna take my dagger and I'm gonna go to just like stab him and just try to like carry the weight through. So I don't know if we can do that.
yeah, we can roll the hit.
It was that'd be a 17, I guess.
17. Okay, cool. And then roll damage.
That'd be 5.
Thanks, buddy. You fuckers, get away from us.
You're going to run up, stab the guy in like kind of like the shoulder area, and then push him away. So now Karg can see the other two guards clearly because they were behind this dude. And you're now off to the side with one of the dudes. The dude hits the ground and doesn't look like he's going to get back up.
Hey, buddy, I think these guys will be pretty easy. And he's gonna shoot firebolt at one of the dudes that he sees.
Okay.
And then he rolled a 15.
15 will hit.
Nice. And I got 2. He got 2 points of damage. Hell yeah, Karg. You fucking take that firebolt, stupid.
That's gonna bring us back to the guards. So 2 of them are gonna like turn around and get back behind, like back outside the door that goes to the bar, and they're one at a time gonna lean through the door and take little pop shots at you guys. See, first one to hit Karg. That's gonna be a 14.
So wait, question.
Yes,
These
Papa.
are the guys that are in the other room, right?
No, these are the dudes that you were just.
Oh, okay. 14 does not hit.
Okay. And then Mr. Somebody, 15.
Matches.
3 points of damage. That's going to bring us back to the top of initiative, Mr. Somebody. Keep in mind that the homies now have 3/4 cover.
Except for the one, right?
Except for the one that's on the ground, yeah, with
Cool.
a hit point left.
Karg, you trying to fight these guys or get out of here?
I don't know, but you want to see what's going on, or you want to? You can leave. We gotta go quick though.
I'm going to go to finish off the guy on the ground by kicking him in the head. I'm going to say,
Nice murder.
let's get out of here, and then start moving towards the door.
You can make it all the way to the door on this turn.
All right, Karg is gonna grab another bottle of tequila because he smashed one of them against the other guy. He's gonna grab another bottle and he's gonna run out, and then he's gonna look back at the other guys and be like, "Fuck off!" And then he's gonna run out the door and then close it behind him.
It doesn't completely close because, well, you guys destroyed my door. And you're gonna get outside. You guys have left initiative. Which way are you guys running?
Shit.
Keep in mind it's early like it's still dim, but it's like early morning dim kind of thing. Like it's probably like what? Oh no, wait, they came at like 4 or 5, didn't they? So it'd be glow right now. It's starting to be glow.
I see. We go like in a zigzag pattern towards the street bar.
Towards around Timmy's pub, and we go back down towards the street bar.
Okay. Sounds good to me. You guys get back to the street bar. You guys are currently the only ones there.
Shit. I don't know where anyone else is. What the fuck do you think that was about?
I don't know. But, I mean, to me, it just looked like they were auctioning off, people.
I think maybe we try to do some snooping and go by Timmy's pub or something. We'd ask around.
Sure.
Yeah, so I think we start going towards Timmy's pub just to, I guess, see if anyone else has seen anything strange going on or has noticed like the van that has been dropping people off.
So it's not a van. It's one of like the public transportation like trolleys that goes around. They've basically like commandeered it to drop it off today. But
These things are on rails, right?
no, they just kind of like there's like wires, but they have pretty much free reign, and there's not really a schedule or anything like that for them. So like, because there's no governing body, it's really just some dude who just drives it around. Is just like people hop on, they pay him money, and then he drives wherever. So I don't think no one's gonna say that they saw anything strange as far as the trolley goes.
Where is there like a place this thing like parks at?
Yeah. So whenever it is parked, it's gonna park over at just south of Neon Park, the park in Neon Park. That part of the city.
And you said that the driver is usually the same person?
No, there's several different drivers. So there's about 15 of these trolleys that just make their way around the under, and it probably like there's probably like a total of like 30 drivers, and they just kind of like take shifts doing like 12 hours on, 12 hours off kind of thing.
Is there like an office for it or anything?
No. This is like pretty informal kind of transportation.
I think maybe we go track down the drivers and see what they know.
Yeah, we ain't got much else.
Yep. We're gonna go to the next district over to Gas Springs, be like on the way over to Neon Park.
No. Oh, yeah, my bad. Neon Park. How are you guys gonna get there? Are you just gonna walk?
Can we take the trolley?
Yeah, I was gonna say if we see one, do we just hail it? Is it
Yeah.
like a cab with like New York City?
Yeah, or I don't know if you guys been to like Nashville. I think pretty much every major city probably has this now. But like there's like those like bicycle like bars where everyone just sits and pedals and drinks, and
They have
then
those in Columbus
one
now.
dude steers. Yeah. It's basically like that where like everyone just kind of hops on, pays the dude, and then they're just like along for the ride.
Get some drinks and head down to.
There's no drinks on the trolley. Let me clarify that.
Well, that's what you think, because I got my own.
Yeah, there you go. I did not plan this early in the episode to have to come up with Neon Park. Give me a second.
Once he figures out what we're gonna do in Neon Park, let's go to Melodic and then Gas Springs and then Refiners Village, just as fast as possible.
I've got Refiners Village already done. Okay. So the trolley's going to drop you guys off at the north side of the park.
Is there a driver on this trolley?
Yeah.
Let's ask him some questions.
Hey, driver, what's your name?
So I know for a fact that we don't have any NPC names from. Ralphie.
What's up, Ralphie? How you doing? What's you been up to tonight?
I've been driving my trolley.
You have any family?
Yeah.
Oh, what's their names?
Ignore my colleague.
Judd. Oh.
You say Judd?
Yeah, that's the next one that came up on the random name generator.
Ralphie, how many of y'all are there that do these trolley things?
About 30.
What's their names?
Look, we're looking for someone who drives one of these trolleys. I'm assuming on kind of a consistent basis, mainly around Safe Harbor. We're just wondering if there's any way we could get into contact with him. We don't really know who yet.
Do you know the trolley number?
Did we see a trolley number?
Nope.
You prick.
Motherfucker. No, nope, there was no number on it. It was empty.
No, but is there like kind of like set routes kind of for the trolleys? Like, do they normally stay in certain areas?
Absolutely not. If you told me right now that you wanted to go to Refiners Village and you gave me 2 credits, we could go to Refiners Village.
Okay, buddy. Well, I'm sure you guys have communication, right?
Why?
You guys talk, right?
I mean, when we all meet up, I guess, but
Okay, so you're going to talk to your friends and see who dropped someone off, or 4 people off.
Yeah, you've got 2 credits gets me to Refiner's Village. Uh, how many credits to get you to just ask a question next time y'all meet up? Would 5 do it?
uh 15. But you don't look like the kind of guy that has 15 credits on you.
Hold
So
on.
I'm going to ask the question, and you need to find me. And when you find me, if you have 15 credits, I'll tell you the answer.
What about an IOU?
No. We'll make that deal. We'll make that deal.
Okay.
We're not really in a position to be begging for favors right now, right?
Dean's always trying to get in an IOU.
There's gonna be so many IOUs that I'm gonna have to pay.
Don't worry, I'm keeping track of all of them.
Yeah, Karg's not. I am, but Karg's not.
So,
Oh god.
I think you can ask Pryor, who once sold his soul and had 3 days left. I kept track.
Here, Ralphie, you a partaker in the boozing?
Is there anyone who isn't?
Stupid people.
My kind of man.
Stupid.
How about instead of 15 credits, I offer good quality alcohol.
Look, I appreciate the offer, but if I bring home alcohol instead of credits again, my wife's gonna leave me again.
All right, that's understandable. All right, we'll get you your 15 credits. Next time we see you.
Karg is gonna look over at Carter and be like, or, "Sorry, Jesus." Karg is gonna go. Karg is gonna go look over at Mr. Somebody and be like, I'll take some of that booze."
It's not all of it. I pass it over.
He doesn't drink all of it, but he definitely drinks more than would be socially acceptable.
All right, that's enough. That's enough, buddy.
Cool. What are we doing? Where are we going? What's the plan? Now that I turned off my ominous music.
Well, we did we make it into Neon Park, or like are we?
Yeah, they're gonna drop you off at the northern edge of Neon Park, and you guys are going to see that here there are thousands of, I think sculptures is probably the right word, made from tubing and that's been filled with neon and an electric current to make it glow. And each of these sculptures is designed to look like a tree or a plant of some kind. And so this park is a basically like a neon representation of a forest. There are walkways through the park. There's also, like a little area in the middle where there's no tree sculptures, and this is normally where like families go to do family things, which is very uncommon, but it does occasionally happen. And then there's the walkway around the outside of the park that kind of follows the roads. The place that you guys are trying to get to, if you're still going to the tram station, is to the south.
Yeah, I think Karg is going to try to walk some of the trails inside the park while he's heading south towards where the tram stuff is. As he passes by like all these neon trees and plants and stuff, he's kind of got like a forlorn kind of look to his face, and he's definitely starts drinking a little bit heavier. Um, and you, I mean, you could really tell from the outside, but in his head, he's just really missing actual trees and plants. He hasn't seen in a long, long time.
Mr. Somebody, I assume you're walking with him.
Yes.
What does Mr. Somebody think about all of these decorations?
He's a little taken aback that there's not even like any real trees down here, like or any real plants. It seems like he kind of appreciates like the I guess like the attempt at making it a little bit more like I guess normal, but it's still kind of like it's like a backhanded compliment in a way, you know, where it's like sees what they're doing and he appreciates it, but at the same time it's kind of disappointing.
You guys are going to get through the park, and when you get to the bottom side, you see that there's like a little garage, essentially, and then behind the garage, there like you can kind of see like a fence that outlines some kind of parking lot, and you guys go in or walk up to the building. There's a main door, and then there's like 4 open garage bays. Uh, the back side of the garage bays are all closed, and you see a trolley on the lift that has scraping marks that someone is trying to repair from the inside of the tram out like the side door.
Okay. Does this look familiar to them? Like, would they have seen a messed up tram before, or is this just something that's just getting repaired there? And
I'm not sure I understand the question.
like you said, it's got scrape marks on it, right? Like, did we happen to see on the other tram was there scrape marks on it?
Uh, so you guys were watching from kind of far away. What these scrape marks look like is something was inside the tram and it got dragged out. It's not far-fetched to think that it could be from like coffin size containers.
Yep. Karg's gonna look over and be like, "Yep, let's use trashes. They're coffin sized."
Does there look like there's any sort of like office attached to this garage? Any sort of like admin room?
Yeah, there's an admin room like on the left side of the building that connects to this area. You can't really see in it from the outside or from like the garage doors because it's got like blinds closed. But if you decide that you want to try to go in, the door's not locked.
Okay. I'm going to go in with false confidence and bravado that I belong there.
Karg is gonna follow him with a real sense of bravado, because he thinks he belongs there.
Your real sense of bravado is coming from his fake sense of bravado. You're like, oh, Mr. Somebody thinks we belong here.
Yeah, we're supposed to be here. I'm looking for the people.
When you open the door, you're gonna see that there's like a middle-aged human, female who's sitting behind the desk, and she is kind of just like typing into a computer. It, if you had to guess, probably working on an Excel spreadsheet.
What's the vibe I get from her? Does she seem like she's gonna be like a real pisser of a old like Southern woman, or is she gonna be just like a sweet old lady, a middle aged lady?
a sweet middle-aged lady.
Let's go sweet middle-aged lady.
Hey, honey. How you doing tonight?
You see that she has a nameplate that says that her name is Angie.
Karg's gonna go up to the desk. He's gonna take one of the bottles of tequila. He's gonna put it on the desk and be like, "How you doing, Angel? You you how you doing?"
I assume you're here about a job. And most people come in drunk when they're looking here for a job. We're not hiring.
What? I could totally drive right now.
I'm not saying that you couldn't. In fact, everyone who works here drives drunk. What I'm saying is we don't have a job to offer you.
Well, it seems to me that one of your drivers sucks at driving. There's some scrapes on one of the vans, and I could do a better job.
Yeah, I'm waiting for his paperwork on what happened so that I can collect the money and order the parts. That's what I do. I don't hire nobody.
What about somebody? He's somebody.
I won't hire somebody either.
Excuse my partner here, Miss Angie. He's had a tough day at the office.
Partner? That's nice.
And
Not that kind of
nope,
partners.
it's not a problem if we were. I'm just saying.
I'm Mr. Willman. This is Mr. Crag. We work with we work with the I guess the equivalent of the Department of Motor Vehicles, I guess you could say.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, it's a newer thing. It's part of kind of a, well, I'm sure you've seen them around. There's groups in the city trying to make it more of a organized environment, and we're with them, and we're trying to follow up on the incident involving the bus. We're not, or tram trolley. Sorry, I'm kind of new here. We're trying to figure out what exactly happened, who was driving it, just get a general gist of what's going on.
Yeah, I mean, you tell me how do you feel about unions?
I'm sorry?
Look, long story short, we talked to Ralphie. He said, "Come on down. If we had any questions, we could direct them towards you."
Ralphie. And you're gonna see this woman stands up and she's got like a sawed-off shotgun, and she's like, "You tell Ralphie Soto if he wants anything to do with this business, he better come down here himself."
No, no, ma'am. It's not. It's not what he wants to do. He was a gentleman that we encountered, and we asked him where we should direct our questions towards. We don't. This isn't any business of Ralphie's. This is purely the department's own. Is there by chance any sort of business card inside the clothes I picked up off that individual?
Absolutely not. No.
Okay.
You gotta.
Yeah, I'm gonna reach in anyway. All right, on the inside coat pocket, I'm gonna fumble around. We'll look at Karg. Did you not make any more cards? I told you to make some cards. It's besides the point. It's whatever. It's okay.
I would, but I had some drinks instead.
Yeah, okay. That's what I figured. Look, we don't mean to cause any trouble. We just want some questions answered.
Okay, that's fine. Well, you go talk to the driver who's fixing his vehicle.
All right.
That's the driver out there?
Yeah, absolutely. And you tell Ralphie he's not gonna buy my damn business.
All right, I'll be sure to tell him that. I got a meeting with him coming up anyway, because he's a little bit of a stingy fella. I must say myself. I can't say I'm too fond of him, but next time I see him, I'll be sure to let him know.
And what's the driver's name? You just make sure we have it on our list.
Gene.
All right. Well, sounds good.
And does he normally take routes into Safe Harbor?
They all just drive wherever they want. I don't really give a shit as long as they come back with my money.
All right, that's fair enough. Thank you very much, Miss Angie.
And see you later, Angel.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go towards the garage.
And that is going to end for this episode. Come back next time to find out what happens when Karg and Mr. Somebody talk to Gene.
Ursa Red is Alexander Crutchfield as our GM. Chase Dixon is Antonio Moretti. Tim Lincoln as Optimus Crime. Carter Prophet as Mr. Somebody. Dominic Waymeyer as Johnny Phelps, and myself, Dean Balter, as Karg. This podcast is directly supported by our patron and wonderful listeners like you. Our Patreon patrons enjoy benefits like ad-free episodes, listening to new episodes 24 hours early, access to our Patreon's only Discord channel, bonus content like our Session Zero and our after show like Tactical Pause, as well as the opportunity to directly shape our adventure by submitting names for NPCs and your own custom magic items to the game. You can find out all this and more, and all the soon-to-come things on patreon.com/tacticalcrits. Our next episode will be coming out on our Instagram, which is Tactical Crits, our Twitter, @Tactical Crits, our Reddit, r/Tactical Crits. We also have a Facebook, YouTube, and TikTok. Our link tree with all the links in the description. Go check it out if you want to hear what we have to say about the show. And that's it for this week. Everybody else, we'll see you next time.